Hey, well, it's December 3rd there, and on a Wednesday, Thursday? Yeah, it's Thursday. Wow. It's already December. Crazy. In 2 days, we got another fight coming up. It's between Double D Arreola and Brian Minto. And this is kind of an interesting fight because both of these fighters are very aggressive and come forward fighters. One of them 6'3", 250. The other one's 5'11", 220. I'll break down the fighters and then I will give my prediction at the end. Okay? You guys know this now. Brian Minto, he's 34 and 2, 21 knockouts. He's at a 58% knockout ratio. Not bad. He hasn't really fought a lot of people. I have a personal grudge against him because he beat up a guy I used to spar with, Chad Van Sickle. Well, he didn't beat him up. He hit him in the ear, knocked him down, and there's a big gash on the ear. Anyway, he beat my boy. So, I've been waiting for him to get knocked out for a couple years now. Anyway, aside from that, as I said, he's a smaller heavyweight. He's only 5'11". He's 220. He hasn't fought the best fighters in the world. He's more of a, when you look at Brian Minto, he's one of those guys, if you beat him, and obviously not very many people have, you step up to the next level. But Minto hasn't fought enough people of super quality to be even really considered a stepping stone fighter. He's fought most of his fights in Butler, Pennsylvania. Nothing against Pennsylvania; it's a great fighting state. But he hasn't fought a lot of world beaters. You got, he went against Luan Kresnicki. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Yeah, and he was knocked down in the 12th round in that fight. He was thoroughly outboxed, and the guy leveled him. So there's a little bit of question there with his chin. He beat Schultz, but that was AV after Vladimir crushed him, and Schultz went on a 7-year hiatus and came back to fight him. Anyway, he holds his left too low. His right drops when he throws his left. He has decent speed as a heavyweight. He throws some combos. He really wants to mix it up, and he works the body pretty well. He's a pressure fighter. Once again, we don't know how good his chin is because he really hasn't fought freakishly high quality of opposition. So, with all that being said, we go over to Chris Arreola, who is now 27 and 1 with 24 knockouts for a 85% knockout ratio. So we know he has the power. He's decent, but he's not a great fighter. The Vitali fight showed that he has some learning to do. He needs to. He's got decent speed. He has to get his defense a little better. He is open to some shots. Can be picked apart by a good boxer, which Brian Minto isn't. He has a great heart and chin. We know this now. Dude can take a beating and still keep coming forward. So his heart and his chin will never really be in question. And I don't think that'll ever be in question in this fight. I think he'll get hit, but I think he's going to do a lot of hitting. He is also a pressure fighter. He has very good power. He's fought better opposition, with the Chaz Witherspoon, Travis Walker. Jamil McCline was kind of a, Klein kind of basically just took the money. But, Malcolm Tan. So, with these fighters and stuff like that, he's beaten better guys. The guys he's beat are all better than anybody that is on Brian Minto's record. He's a borderline fighter, and what I mean by that is with a little bit of fine tuning here and there, he actually does have the opportunity to step up to the next level, and that is a championship level. Now, I think he's a little too heavy for my liking, and of course you guys are, what are you talking about, you fat bag? Anyway, I think if he got down around the 235 range, I think he'd be a lot deadlier. It'd add a little bit more speed, but maybe he loses some of his power. It's a tricky situation when you're talking about heavyweights. He's not a great boxer, and what I mean by that is he doesn't work the body enough. he focuses too much on throwing punches to the head when the body's wide open, and he really could take advantage of that. You watch the Chaz Witherspoon fights, a couple of those. You know, he focuses way too much. Cliff Kelsser, he focuses way too much on throwing to the head, trying to get that knockout, when the body, the ribs, the liver, all that is nice and exposed for him to take. Just throwing that out there. And you know, so looking at both of the fighters, I think Cristobal Arreola with the size advantage. I think he's a better fighter. His quality of opposition is better. I think his chin is better. I think his heart is better, which is tough, because Minto's got some serious heart. I mean, he really brings it into the ring. There's never a boring fight when Minto is in it. There's never really a boring fight when you know, Arreola's fighting. So you're looking at this. Somebody's getting knocked out in this fight. It's not going the distance. I don't think it goes past 5 rounds personally, and I think Arreola wins this fight by knockout. Okay? So that's my prediction. Arreola wins this fight by knockout in round 5. And let's get this prediction train rolling again, get it back on ground. And let's forget about the, we don't have to go for the Cotto or the Ward or, you know, any of those fights. Hey, I got the Bernard Hopkins fight right. I don't see anybody talking about that. Anyway, y'all have a great day. Talk about this later. It's Bigragu. I'm out.